and welcome to another video from Miniature Tanks Company. This time we're not going to be listing or assembling a tank, we're going to be assembling a fishing boat. So here is our fishing boat. Comes in all these pieces. So first of all, we're going to cut away at the sprues and separate all the parts. But for all the parts that are okay without, they come as is, let's just set them aside. These are the dry dock pieces. So if you decide to have a waterline boat, it all comes in this kit. If you decide to have a waterline boat, you probably won't need that dry dock. In that case, you could use these dry dock pieces as wood and just different wood pieces for your scenes. But if you wish to assemble the whole boat and have it in a dry dock situation, then yeah, that should be good. We're just organizing these pieces. Okay, so all those pieces are good. Now here, this needs a bit of screw cutting. So there you go. So that piece is good, and that piece is good. Just clean up that sprue mark there, as well as here. Alright, and that piece should be good. This piece, those pieces. But these little pieces need to be separated. So just cut up these pieces here. Alrighty. There you have it. Very good. Alright, so continuing the process of removing the sprues. So there is that's the little anchor right there. Oh. Okay. And cutting away all these. Alright, that's all cut away and good. Last but not least, for cutting away of the sprues, is this. Alright, so that piece should be good. And then there's this piece. And then this piece. Just cut away like this, like that. For now, I'm going to leave all those like that. But let's go ahead and cut away the sprues for these. There you go. Alright. There you have it. For now, all the cutting away process of the sprues is complete. So let's start gluing this thing together. Let's just take all the small pieces and set them all aside. And let's go ahead and take the most obvious big piece, the waterline version of the boat. Alright, so let's go ahead and put some glue right there, and then some glue on the edges there. There you go. And then putting it together is easy. Just use the surface that you're working on. Make sure it's all in the correct position. And then do that. And then press it together, making sure that it's getting glued down. All right, so once that's in a good position, what you can do is glue on this little roof. There you go. So the easiest way to do this is just to take your glue and put some glue along this edge here. Just like this, just get some glue along the edge like that. And then put this roof like that. Get it centered. And there you have that. That is glued and in the correct place. And of course, the next part of this is this roof. So you could either have it along the edge there or just put it back a bit. I suggest putting it back a bit. So of course, put some glue down along this edge. There you go. Then put the roof down. Just make sure it's going in the correct spot, centered, where the roof is all a good position. All right, so this part of the boat is complete. The top roof sections. The next is actually this thing. So, put some glue there, and some glue along these areas. And then put this down. That should be good. Make sure that's in the correct position. This little thing should be facing back. So the boat is actually coming together. Next, of course, is to put this piece on the back. But you can't use the surface of the table. You have to actually glue that down and get it in the correct position. So get some glue down along these edges. It's great. And then there you have it. There's that back little piece for this boat. Now this boat is coming together. Like I said, the bottom part of the boat is over there. We'll deal with that later. But if you were doing the waterline version, it's coming along pretty well. Alright, so something with this piece is you actually want to take this and clip away this material. Yeah, like this. Alright, so having clipped that material away, now you can glue it in the correct position. It's always good to test fit. So as you can see, some glue will be needed there, and along the edges there. Then take this piece, place it down into position. There. Looking pretty good. Now, essentially, we're going to be working with some of the accessories for a little bit. So the first accessory is this piece here. So just go ahead and put a dab of glue there. And then you can take maybe some tweezers, maybe that'll help with this process. Well, maybe not. Maybe no tweezers. So I'm working with the 15mm version of this kit. Alright, so there is that. Now, let's do the other side. Just put some glue there. And put this piece right there. And this piece actually helps cover up this seam line. And as usual, with these seam lines, you can put some hobby putty in the seam line, sand it down, etc. Alright, let's go ahead and put a dab of glue right there. And then take this piece and put it like that. Now it's starting to look better. Now this piece is kind of interesting. You want to take some glue here. Just put a little bit of glue along that line. And then take there. Try to get it lined up. Can be a little hard. There we go, so that piece is now glued together. And then, actually, let's try to glue this piece together. So just put a little bit of glue like that. Take your tweezers and try to press it together like that. There you have it. And actually, put some glue there now. And then, put this piece like that. So it can be a little tricky, but try to make that into a straight hole, and then that will be going there. So to prepare that spot for that, put a bit of glue there, and a bit of glue there. Then take this piece, sit it down there, and set it down like this. Making sure that it's going up vertical, that things are lining up well. And that's how that should look. You can take some wire or string and use for what that pole is intended for, little flags and different things. So that is now done. Now, this extra piece you can put around the boat anywhere at your discretion, like in the back somewhere or just wherever you wish. But I wanted to add an extra one. And you don't even have to put That's a recommended spots you could put them. Another piece to do is to take a little glue, put it there, and to simply take this square piece and set it down like this. Get that aligned well. There. There you go. All right, continuing with the boat assembly. Put a little dab of glue there, and a little dab of glue there, and a little dab of glue there. Then take this piece, put it there, and then take the same piece, put it there, and then take this piece, and put it there. There's those pieces. Now back to the cutters. Used to be cutting these little sprue. Little intricate work here, so be careful. Careful with the cutting away process of these little pieces. Yeah, so it's really hard to hold these, but you'll get the hang of it. If you're dealing with the very small scale, may even not have this level of detail, you may skip that. But if you do keep it, I suggest the magnifying glass or something to be able to see it. But we're just cutting away these little handles for the cranks or the winch or whatever you call it. So we need 2 for each. One there, and one there. There you go. The rest of these are actually extras in case when you're cutting them, you know, they fly off into the carpet or something. All right, so now the process. You want to take a little bit of glue, put it there, and a little bit of glue, put it there. All right, it can be quite a little process, but then place that piece like that. Place it like that. And go to the other side. This is a detail that you might even skip, but for those that really like the details, this is a good thing to keep. There you go. So see how that looks. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward the process for the other two. You have seen me assemble that one. All right, so congratulations, that is complete. And this fishing boat, basically in this current state, is actually complete. It has this anchor and then the extra life preserver thing. Those are optional little pieces that you can put in different parts of the boat. So you could add little strings, little wires, and have this anchor, life preserver in various places. And then this thing, I believe, would be holding up like a wire where there would be like flags, fishing flags, different signal flags. I'm not too knowledgeable about boats, so correct me if I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, you would put a wire from here to there. Maybe you would not. Look at reference pictures, and you can add some wires to make this better. But the one thing is you could put a little miniature string and have your anchor. So that'd be kind of cool. That comes with the kit. And this is the waterline version. It's complete in its current stage, if you wish for the waterline version. Now we're actually going to be adding the under part of this boat. So let's set aside this completed boat and begin with that process. The first part of that process is to glue this part together. So after having put glue like that, then take your glue, take these two pieces, glue them together. There you have it. That's done. And then put glue along this edge here, and a little bit of glue at the end. There's that. And then put this piece like that. Make sure that's lining up well. Alright, so that piece is good. Now we're going to work with this piece. Go ahead and put glue along this edge here. There you go. And then put those two pieces together. There you have it. Then of course now there's this piece. Put some glue like this, and then put those pieces together. So after doing that, the underside of the boat is actually all glued together. And now, pretty much the next step is to do this. So basically what you want to do is then put glue on the edge here. Put a little more glue there. Just glue around the edge like this. All right. And then go ahead and put this boat together. All right, so look around, make sure it's going in the correct spot. Looking pretty good. So there's the boat. And that boat is now complete. The boat and its anchor and that extra little piece. Now is the dry dock. So it can be a little confusing looking at all these pieces, but just bear with me. It's fairly simple once you get the hang of it. So separate these long pieces over here. Those pieces there. All right, and that piece there. And then these little pieces over there. And then that piece there. That piece there. That piece there. There you go. Now it's a little less confusing. So now what you need to do is essentially glue these pieces together. A little glue there and a little glue there, and then take this piece wedge it together like that. There you have it. So we're gonna do that to the rest of these and these taller ones. So pay attention, the taller ones have two different versions of the taller ones. There you go. Do that to that one. That to that one. The rest of these little ones. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward as I glue all of them to look like this. Alright, so at this stage you have all this dry dock pieces all glued together. So now you want to arrange it in a way. The most steep one you put in the front and basically align it so the boat will be held up. So put like that one there, that one there. I believe it's like this. Let's actually go and test it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yep, so that's the way they should be. So yeah, the next step of this process. Go ahead and put a little glue there. And a little glue there. Take this piece, put it like that in the middle of that. And then take it and put it like that. There you go. Essentially, we will be doing that to the rest of them. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward as I do that to the rest of them. Alright, so now that part of the process is complete. Now what you want to do is you want to glue on these long pieces to here. And basically like that. So essentially, first step, to get these two pieces glued together like that. Same for the other one. There you go. And I suggest you let all that dry there for a bit. Just let it be. Alright, so the next step. Take your glue and put a little dab of glue the end of each of these woods. Alright, then take and place it like that. Alright, so there's that piece. Now we can turn it around like that. And go ahead and put a little piece of glue there, there and there, there and there. That That came out a bit strong there. Spread it around, wrap around a bit. All right, and then place this glue, this stick, this wood, like that. Then I'm just taking this little piece and getting that glue. If there's extra big pieces of glue. There we go. All right, so there is the dry dock. A lot of little pieces, but you can see how that went down pretty well. And there is the boat placed in the dry dock. This is the fishing boat from Miniature Tanks Company. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's available at miniaturetanks.com.